Rick! Yo, what's up?
What's up, dude?
How's it going, man?
Good, good. Rick from Ice in the Face.
Yeah, I'm late, man.
I know, but it's okay, because we had stuff.
Yeah.
We had stuff. What, are you guys, were you guys on a break?
What, like, recently? Like, where the fuck have we been, in other words?
No,
Like,
I just know that you said that we're coming to Awesome Talk next week.
yes, yeah, Awesome Talk's been on a break.
Okay.
Awesome Talk's been on, like, a 6-week break.
That's why I didn't know. I didn't know if you took breaks from... Because you guys do like 3 shows, right? Like you do Awesome Talk.
I'm gonna put sour cream all over your bunghole, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna put sour cream.
Can't get rid of this guy. Rob the Slim Show.
Yeah, this is the ghost of Tom Petty, and I'm here to sing you guys a song.
But we don't need a song anymore. We needed that 20 minutes ago. So we'll talk to you. We'll have a seance another time, okay?
That would be amazing. I want to be there for that.
All right, thank you, Ghost of Tom Petty.
Ghost of Tom Slammy. That's what I didn't know. I didn't know, Rick, if you guys took a break from like all the shows at once.
No, what happened is with Awesome Talk, usually when we get to the end of a season, we'll take a month off.
Okay.
And the idea is we're supposed to get a whole bunch of other shit done in the meantime. And usually I just go, you know what? I just need to be the fuck away from this for a minute and just catch my breath and then come back to it.
I'm the psycho, like, because we take that one break and I get my kids, like, we don't do the show, but I'm still messaging, I'm still booking, I'm still...
Well, that's the thing. There is no actual getting away from it.
Okay.
It's 24 hours a day. You're still promoting and promoting. Like, if I were fucking Bill Burr or Louis C.K., I wouldn't have to do that. Like, people would not, you know what I mean? But, like, this, you know, where we're at, it's like, dude, I can't just, like, let the shit just be silent for fucking 30 days. Like, that's irresponsible. You know, so there really is no getting the fuck away from it, dude.
Oh man!
But Ice in the Face has been kind of choppy lately too.
Okay, because I thought you were still putting that up regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that hasn't been like there hasn't been like planned time off. It's been like illness and shit like that has just been in the way. So like it's just been fucking us up. But Ice in the Face never breaks.
Okay,
there's no break for that.
Wow.
Yeah. And you do one of those a month, or?
Well, Ice in the Face?
Yeah.
Ice in the Face once a week.
Once a week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If we take time off, that's impromptu. Like, that's not on purpose. We're not supposed to do that. We don't want to do that. Okay. Like I said, if we're sick or some shit, then yeah, we'll take some time off. But,
wow.
Even then, we've done the show sick as shit. We've done the show with the flu and everything, man. Like,
I've done the show with, like, toothaches.
Yeah, sure.
With like blood and pus coming out of his mouth.
See, that's
basically.
hardcore. I respect that. That's
I got
podcasting.
6 guests. I can't fucking cancel on 6 guests.
Hell no.
Like,
right, dude.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
So, yeah, man.
I've had it where it's like that, and like once I go though, once we do the show, like I'm fine, and then as soon as we end, I'm just in excruciating pain again.
There's a high to doing a show.
It is.
Like, no matter what you do, dude. 'Cause, like, I did music for 20 years, and like I used to go out on stage, and like I could go on stage sick and be not sick for that fucking hour, and then come back and like, oh my god, I want to die.
Because when you guys came last, that was like some of the questions I didn't get to. I thought you were a musician.
Yeah, I was in a band called Twine for. Well, Twine's like 20 years old this year.
Wow.
Yeah. But we've only played like 2 shows in the last couple of years. It's like really impossible. You can't get 6 mentally ill people who are now adults and are also still mentally ill together in a room and try to control everybody enough to be able to do this, especially when half of them have kids. It's fucking annoying. But it was a fucking wild 20 years with that fucking man. I mean, we played with Guar and Typo Negative and like we played with Goat Horror and a whole bunch of fucking metal bands like that, and you know, we went all the way out to California and we worked with Rihanna's like director for a photo. We went to fucking Watts, man. That was a trip, dude.
What's that?
Watts in California. It's a part of LA, and I remember getting there and we were with this guy Rockwell, and he like we go to get out of the truck and he's like a 7-foot tall black guy, and he gets out of the truck and he goes, no. He goes, you guys stay here. I need to look around and make sure nobody's going to fucking kill you before you get out of the truck. And I'm like, holy shit. And he goes, you guys are literally the only white guys in Watts right now. And I'm like, wow. I'm honored.
Oh, yeah. I think it's in a Dre song.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and we did our photo shoot there, and it was awesome because while we were there, like, you know, people treated us like we were somebody, you know what I mean? Like honking their horn at us and shit because, like, we're doing a photo shoot out there and whatnot.
Wow, that's cool.
That was a crazy trip, man. Because we got flown out to Hollywood that weekend and, like, it was fully, we had that one rock star weekend with a record label where, like, they flew us out to California, put us up in this fucking hotel, like, right next to the Hollywood sign. There was, like, a swimming pool on the roof, you know, and, like, it was just crazy. It was just fucking crazy, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, the last time we had you on our show and we had posted pictures and everything, I actually worked with a guy that came up to me. He's like, dude, you hung out with Rick. I'm a huge fan of his band Twine. Like, he was like a big fan of you guys. He's like, oh, they're like my buddies. I'm like, all right, dude.
Dude, it's so fucking annoying that everybody still likes my band.
Leave me alone.
Dude, it's this like fucking 20-year nightmare that I can't ever let it go. Like, too much work went into it, dude. Like, it's too big of a tower to just ignore. And I'm like, fuck, man. And we can't even, like, make any money or be famous or anything either. It's like, boy, that sucks.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just, I miss it, though. I do miss it. I miss being on stage. It's fun.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, that was a wild couple of years. Because like I said, I mean, we played with Guar. We played with Typo Negative. And, like, we got invited to an after party with Typo Negative. And, you know, Peter Steele's like 7'1", and he had like, you know, he had fangs installed in his teeth and everything. Yeah. And he talks like this, you know, and he's like, you guys want to come back to the party? And I was like, nah, I got my own party to go. So I turned down Peter Steele and go to a fucking totally different party, dude. And I'm like looking back at his fucking party, and there's like sandwiches and women and like drugs, and I'm like, fuck, why didn't I? Fuck these people. Why would I go back there? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't think the bands are into the drugs anymore, man. Like,
it's a totally different scene now, dude.
Right?
Yeah. Like, you say the wrong thing, you get kicked off of festivals and shit like that, man. Like, it's a really like weird world,
fruit
dude.
platters and shit.
Yeah, and they're all vegan. And
I didn't know that PC shit was affecting musicians.
Oh, wow. Definitely. It's been a while. It's been a while that I heard that.
Yeah, dude, and it's just... Here's the thing, man, too. It's like the problem with the whole PC thing is that liberals are the ones that are fucking doing it. And it's twisted because I grew up thinking liberals fought for freedom of speech more than anybody. Yeah. And now it seems to be going the other way. And, like, but there's no, like, logical deciphering between ignorance and jokes and nuance and sarcasm. You know what I mean? It's like this totally... blank. There's no wall there that people recognize. It's like, oh, you said these words.
Yes.
And the words are all that matter.
Yeah.
And that's fucking twisted to think
that. They ignore context.
Totally.
Context doesn't mean anything.
No, they don't get sarcasm, man.
Even authors. I've had authors like you're an author? No, you're garbage. You're garbage. You didn't get the context.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And that's the way it goes, dude. And, like, bands getting kicked off of fucking shows for that kind of shit. That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the 80s, and I'm not saying the 80s were good for any fucking reason, but, like, chucking TVs out a fucking window and, like, shit like that. Like, nobody... Can you imagine a band chuck the TV out a window right now, dude? Like, if you're like, oh, dude, you vandalized that hotel room. Like, what are you doing?
You almost hit a toddler.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Right.
Now, what do you mean bands getting kicked off a stage? Like, it's something in their songs somebody hears, they're like, oh, we gotta get rid of them? Like, they don't, like, listen to the songs beforehand?
Usually it's something that they say or do off that's completely fucking unrelated to what they do on stage. You know what I mean? But...
Somebody looked this guy up on Facebook and he said this. We gotta get him off stage.
It's actually kind of like that. It's been kind of like that.
That's bad.
I mean, look, man. I understand when people don't want to play with some guy who's like being convicted of sexually assaulting someone like that. Like that I understand.
Poor Mike.
You're fucking with Mike Jolitz, dude. What's up, Mike?
Mike Jolitz, stop. We need to listen. Don't stop listening.
Yeah. But, you know, like, oh, you said this word, you did that. I don't know, man.
You said Mike Jolitz sucks cock. Like, oh.
I know. You said Mike Jolitz. I don't know.
How did they know?
Oh, man.
Fuck, man. But I do love the podcasting world. I know I always talk about that when I talk to you guys, dude, but there's just something about it. It reminds me of being in a really healthy band scene in a way.
I talked to somebody earlier today about just that, just in messaging, like one of the guests. I don't even remember. Maybe it was John Gilligan, like just saying how, like, yeah, the whole world is just gone the way of the podcast. Or did he say that in an interview?
I think he said it during the interview.
He did.
Yeah, the interview.
Yeah, where he said...
And there's a good reason, man, because people want what they really want, and they get that out of podcasting.
Yeah. You don't even get that out of, like, Sirius XM anymore. Like,
no, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Podcasting, I think, embraces what that was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, recently, Sarah and I, we watched, like, I don't even know where the fuck my cable box is, dude. Like, I don't watch regular-ass TV. Like I watch whatever I want. But I'm not doing it through my cable box. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, so like we were watching like regular ass TV recently, like regular ass news and commercials, and I was like, this is the most bizarrely dystopian, weirdest, fakest fucking shit I've ever seen. Like, this is what the whole world watches now, man. Like, they sit around like this is real, and I'm like, this is crazy, dude. This is like 1984.
It's like what'll kill you in your house. Stay tuned 3 hours from now, and we'll tell you. They don't give a shit.
Jeez, I hope I make it that long.
Mystery thing doesn't kill me by then.
It's ratings. It's ratings. It's just
it is, man. It is, dude. It fucking like just like scarecore news, man. Like, it's fucked up.
Fuck.
You know, and the radio, the radio is the radio too. It's all the fucking part of the same conglomerate of fucking nonsense and just shoving the same shit down your throat that you've heard a million times and like.
But like you said with the liberal, like them running the media, like I've thought that a lot recently. Like they run it for the most part. Like they want us scared. They fucking want us hating each other. Like
it's worth money.
Yeah.
Scared people are valuable, man. Scared people and horny people are worth the most fucking money, dude. Because they'll consume the most shit.
Yeah. And it goes hand in hand because when you're scared, you just want to fuck. Like that takes care of it. You know?
There's nothing extinguishes fear faster
if
than
I'm
an
dying,
orgasm.
I want to get my nut off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Like, look, if this is gonna happen, there's only one way to go out.
If I'm dying, I want to buy these butt plugs on AdamandEve.com with discount code
I'm definitely gonna pull the trigger on this now because I got nothing to lose. You don't even have to put it in a discreet box. You just send it to me.
I want exclamation points on the box.
I want the picture on the outside of the box so everybody who handles it knows that that's coming to me because I'm on my way out.
Kegel balls.
Yeah.
To Slim.
Yeah, and it's true too. Like you ask most people what they're gonna do, like if they ever hear like, all right, the world's ending in 6 hours, I'm gonna do all the drugs in the world. I'm gonna fuck everybody. Like,
right.
and
that's it. And really, if you think about it, that's the core of our being. Because if the world did end, everything that we think is important completely vanishes, and no one will ever know it was here.
Yeah.
So really, it's just all about getting fucked up and having sex. That's the core of existence. Fuck Socrates.
Fuck the unexamined life. I just want to get my nut off.
Fuck Greek mythology. Like, this is... Like,
I mean, but there's a lot of sex in Greek mythology.
Sure.
Granted. They had a lot of tits.
But nobody's going to care when we're annihilated by the sun.
The sun god.
Yeah, man. Fuck, dude.
What's the craziest thing you've seen Rick performing? Like music?
My God. Well, I don't know what is the craziest
Probably
thing
has something to do with the guy I work with.
That guy.
I gotta know who that is.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't tell me.
Not now.
I don't want to know.
Off the air.
The craziest thing I've ever... I don't know what the craziest thing I've ever seen was. Like our band we got kicked out of and banned from a church once.
Ooh.
Which was pretty interesting. Because they asked us to come in and do like a fundraiser, which I wasn't happy about. Because, I'm like, look, if you guys want to help people. You don't have to take my money to ship Bibles overseas and other bullshit.
Yeah.
But, all right, I got pressured into doing this shit. I'll do this shit. So they were like, okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing all these people. You're not allowed to curse on stage. And I'm like, our first song has the word fucking it 47 times. And like that's not even an exaggeration. It literally has the word fucking for it. Like what the hell are we gonna do here? And the other singer in my band, I mean, he just could not take it. Like he just got to the point where he was like, "Fuck you people," and they pulled the plug on us. Like literally pulled the plug, like shut the lights off on us and everything.
Wow.
And they had to drag his ass out because he was like, "Fuck you people," and like it was awesome.
That's awesome.
That was pretty fucking.
Dude, why would they hire you?
Oh, I know, yeah.
You know that guy?
I know, Crack Baby Frank. I know Crack Baby Frank well.
Crack Baby Frank!
Crack Baby Frank once, when we were a very young band in the late 90s. That's how fucking long we're talking about here, okay?
Yeah.
And to put that in perspective, the 90s to millennials is what the 60s are to us.
Yeah.
So, like, that's, like, fucking twisted in my head. But in the late 90s, we played the Old Stone Pony. Like, you remember the Old Stone Pony with the bleachers in the back? And, like, it was like a shithole, and, like, people took a dump in the sink.
Yeah.
And, like, it was grimy back then, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we just wanted to do anything that would bring attention. So we dressed him up like a clown. And he came up on stage with us to sort of dance around with his shirt off as a clown. And basically, we just pushed him off the stage and said, "Now everybody kick this guy's ass!" And like people are chasing him and like punching the shit out of him all over the fucking Stone Pony. And afterwards, he comes up to us all bruised and shit, and he was like, "That was awesome!"
That's bro. When can I do this again?
Yeah, right. You know. So he's a good guy.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's a good sport, man.
We gotta get him on our show.
Yeah, right. But like, it was always a spectacle, man. Like,
Crack baby. Crack baby loves crack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
What did you think about the season finale of Rick and Morty?
Dude, let me tell you something. Anybody who has anything bad to say about this season of Rick and Morty does not understand dark comedy.
The season was great. I just didn't think the ending. I didn't think the finale was finale worthy.
The finale didn't feel like a finale, but that doesn't mean it was a bad episode. It was still brilliant.
It was a great episode.
Here, the thing about these guys is, though, I don't feel like this is the end of the season.
That's what I found.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I feel like
because when they announced
it, another show on us.
When they announced it was 14 episodes long. Like this season was supposed to be 14 episodes.
Right.
Was it?
So I think they might have like those 4 other episodes just sitting in a bag somewhere.
I think they got to a point where they were like, if we don't put something out now, like there's gonna be a fucking riot. So like they got the 10 episodes that they could out. But like I don't feel like it's the end of the season. Like and plus they troll they troll and fuck with their own audience in the most brilliant possible way.
Yeah, they do.
Like when the first episode of the season dropped on Facebook on April Fool's Day, I was like, you fucking motherfuckers. That's something I would have thought to do. Like that's brilliant, dude.
Great,
I'm like this episode is not real. It's not real.
Because that's what it was. Like nobody knew. Like is this?
But like they know how to utilize like they're using the internet correctly. And it's amazing to me that this motherfucker has been around since 1995.
I didn't even know that.
And like people still talk about the internet like it's this new endeavor, like we're all just getting on board now. And it's like, dude, like this has been here forever, dude. And those guys are like straight up in tune with their own fucking audience. They're perfectly in tune with their own audience.
They're what like everybody needs.
Yeah,
definitely. I didn't know they had more episodes. I thought 10 was the max.
You know, when they announced season 3, they said it was going to be 14 episodes long, and then they changed it to 10.
Oh, what was your favorite episode of the season?
The Citadel, the
Rick
What a genius fucking episode. Dude, I mean, personally, like I thought Whirly Durly was the best because Whirly Durly covered everyone in one episode so fucking well.
Yeah.
But the other thing, they shocked me with this season because I expected to see Bird Person and Tammy and Mr. Poopy Butthole and all these people. But instead, they changed it up and focused on the family unit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what a completely interesting way to go. And they have that other door with all that political stuff still wide open to fuck with in the next season if they want to. Like, Dude, the idea of coming up with a show with infinite universes and infinite possibilities and getting away with it, dude. Like, there's almost no danger of them ever becoming The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know, no danger of that downfall. They could always be fucked up forever. You know what I mean? Hopefully.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Even if they went if this was the end, season 4 would be even more fucked up. Like,
Totally,
man.
Totally, dude. Like the next season. Fucking man, I don't want to wait 2 years for fucking.
Yeah, it's hopefully. Dude. We're right, and they just they got these 4 other episodes.
Yeah,
but you know what was weird?
Did you say that they had a jump start on this season? Like they're not waiting.
Well, I've heard they're already in the writers' room for season 4. They've already jumped on it.
Okay.
But yeah, interesting about this season is every episode I watched, the first time I watched the episode, I didn't like it, and I think that was because I was expecting
I wasn't
to see all these things. But then I would watch each episode 3 or 4 times, and the more times I liked it. I mean, the more times I watched it, I liked that episode more and more.
Yeah.
Which is weird because usually you watch something more and more, and it's oh, now I don't like this anymore. But no, it's reverse effect of that. And
and the writing is just so
damn
fucking brutally good, dude. And every time, and I hate to fucking be that guy because it's a stereotype now. But whenever anybody says, dude, I think Rick and Morty is stupid, I feel like I need to grab them by the throat and be like, how could you say such a thing?
I have one friend at work.
Get it?
I have one friend at work and I love him to death, but he's that one dude holding out, oh, you're talking about that show again. It's
right.
Bro, just watch that show, bro.
And get into it. Don't just watch the first 5 minutes and go, oh, fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First off, I don't know how the fuck you're not hooked in the first 5 minutes, but if you aren't, no.
It's deep, man. It is a fucking deep show.
I'd have to admit, I mean, I don't really watch TV. I have never seen an episode of Rick and Morty.
I didn't know if you watched it yet, Lucas.
So
you should check it out.
But,
dude.
I mean, from what I hear about it, it definitely does not sound stupid.
I've had so many people tell us they've checked it out because of us, and even Dave Hodge said I forget how many times he tried, and then we had Spencer. And he's I tried one more time, and he's I loved it.
Tony Tedesco on our show, he had never seen it before, and we sat down and were look, just watch the first 2 minutes, dude. He was locked in for 3 hours. He couldn't leave. He's put the next one on.
My episode was Swifty, my first one, and I was after I saw him, and it was the first airing of it. I'm fuck, this is the best show.
The best show I've ever seen, dude. Definitely, certainly the most important animated series since South Park dropped.
Yes,
I have to say, and South Park, by the way, just as brilliant as it's always been. It's another show that remains that way.
Is it? Because I haven't watched it since probably the Somalian Pirates.
I think the last 4 seasons are the best seasons of South Park, hands fucking down.
Wow.
I think if you're into the depth of writing of Rick and Morty, you have to get back to South Park and watch the last couple seasons.
I've always wanted to get
totally worth it. South Park, I feel sort of maybe lost some steam somewhere because it was out for so long.
Yeah.
You kind of get used to it being there. You kind of get numb to it after a while. Which, not the case for The Simpsons. The Simpsons just started to suck. That's the fucking problem.
Oh, dude, it was the late 90s, I feel. It lost.
There's a really great, short documentary on YouTube you can watch called What Happened to The Simpsons, I think. And this guy, scientifically breaks down the greatest first, 8 seasons of The Simpsons and then the decline that happened afterwards. And he completely breaks down how it went from a show that was an artistic masterpiece to a totally fucking just sitcom bullshit show.
Yes.
Which is what happened. Man.
Yeah.
I
can't believe it's still fucking on, right?
I can't, dude. It's like our whole lives.
Yo, dude, it came out. I was in middle school. I was in fucking middle school.
It might have been earlier than that because I can remember being about 11 years old maybe, and watching those grimy clips that they had on the Tracy Ullman show before it dropped, dude.
I remember my uncle had to eat my short shirt, and I was like, what's that?
Right.
Fuck,
yeah, man.
And I was, maybe elementary school.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I cannot fucking believe. It's our whole lives, dude.
Yeah.
And it's so many rumors too of that show getting canceled. It's all I remember, all Simpsons are getting canceled, and then it just never got canceled.
Yeah, right?
and I just gotta wonder, what sort of revenue is that still bringing in?
Right? What do they do? Whose dick are they sucking?
And you got to consider something else too, man. When they started, they had a writing team of 35 people, and we're talking writers Conan O'Brien was a writer for that show.
Yes.
And now, after season 8, they lost 90% of their original writing crew. And you think about that, and you go, oh, no fucking wonder it like fell apart. No wonder they instead of creating art, they just were like, all right, here's the idiot husband and the wife, and then they're gonna go through some zany antics, and then there's gonna be like some bullshit moral at the end. Like, it just sucks, dude. You might as well be watching Everybody Loves Raymond.
I think from like that early '90s time, I never watched until they had the crossover with Family Guy.
So good.
And now I'm done with Family Guy. Like, I've been done with them for a long time.
Yeah, you're done with Family Guy, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's not something I regularly get into, but when I put it on, I'm not disappointed.
Family Guy, South Park, like, but anytime I catch like American Dad, that
American Dad is good, and the Star Wars episodes of Family Guy you have to watch.
Yeah,
They're too fucking good. Any Star Wars adaptation is always almost always fucking brilliant. So
I really got into Bob's Burgers for a while. Like, I thought the writing for that was great. Yeah,
and here's the thing, like,
because I've had a lot of friends say they love it.
Yeah, same thing with Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
Gravity Falls. I got to get into it, and I watched a few episodes, and it was very good.
Okay.
So I know that Bob's Burgers. I don't know why I can't get into it. It's like
characters?
Better Call Saul. Like, I sort of started Better Call Saul, and I got into the first season, and now I'm 2 seasons behind, and I couldn't care less, and I don't know why.
Okay.
It's good. It's in the Breaking Bad world, and Breaking Bad's the greatest show in the history of television.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. There's so much I'm
motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I caught up
that.
on Better Call Saul, but it got to the point where, like, I do this thing when I'm like watching a series, and if my attention is drifting from the series, it's just in the background, so I can't even tell you what happened the last season. Like, I watched it, but I was like watching dishes when it was on.
Sure, dude, and like the way I absorb entertainment has evolved so much over the years, because like I sit behind the Awesome Talk bar and work at my like 2 different computers, and Sarah sits on the other side of the room and works on a computer. We have like this big screen going with media on it, and if it captures our fucking attention, everything freezes and we're hooked.
That's
you know
it,
what I mean?
yeah.
Otherwise, it's like you said, it's sort of this background thing that goes on. I loosely understand what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm focused on my own shit. You know what I mean?
The only thing I've tried to watch is Rick and Morty.
Absolutely. I sit down and get away from my computer to watch Rick and Morty.
That's it. Yeah, I close the computer, like all that shit.
Mr. Robot.
That's another one I want to get into.
Mr. Robot.
So
oh my
brilliant.
god, I now have to get up and show Rick something.
All right.
Mr. Robot might be Mr. Robot is so important that I'm surprised it's allowed on TV.
That's one my buddy Sauce. He's one independent rapper. He's talking about.
Oh, dude.
And I want to get into that.
This is fucking awesome, man. Wow.
Is that from the show?
That is Elliot's journal from season 2. I can't tell you what it was, but yeah.
I can't
it is the
imagine,
most
like,
well-designed thing in the world. Like, all the little things in it, and every little thing, like you see all the cards and stuff hanging out.
Like
they all have puzzles that you could sit and like try to solve the puzzle.
Like the stains inside of it.
This
it's cool.
This is why new media and the new entertainment world is genius.
Yeah.
Because it's crossing into the real world in this totally multimedia fucking way. Because it was like, I don't know if you remember, but I think it was after the first season, they released this like VR mini episode that you could fucking watch, dude. So you could watch it in virtual reality, and then it comes back to the main season again. I'm like, this is fucking crazy, dude. Like, this isn't just like sitting down and watching like Full House when we were kids. Like, this is like a fully immersed experience that we're in. Wow. And a show like Mr. Robot is like crossing in real world issues with the fiction. It's barely fiction. I mean, it's sort of what's really happening. You know what I mean? It's fucking awesome, dude.
How long's it been around?
They're going into season 3 this month.
Yep. 3. Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, Rob, you go on YouTube and look up the first 5 minutes. If you're not hooked in those first 5 minutes, I swear to fucking God, dude. Like, you will be. You just will be.
That's it.
The first 5 minutes are that good. And the fucked up part is when we started watching it, I said, boy, this is going to suck because it's USA.
Oh, is that what it's on? Wow.
I just assumed.
Yeah, you would
because
think.
USA has a way of producing things. You know what I mean? I'm like, but they totally went like AMC with their shit and just redesigned their entire approach.
Okay.
Like, good for you, man. This shit's the best, dude.
So, without spoiling anything,
I see the
did
DVDs all
you
the time.
the first
I
season,
watch
like, how quickly did you know what was going on? Because I think like maybe the first episode, I was like, okay, I see the references. Like, I know kind of like the big plot twist.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I feel like it was pretty early on. I realized there was sort of You know,
similarity to a famous movie a cult classic.
A cult classic, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
And I think that was on purpose. Like, I think the director, because I think he even came out and like, yeah, I'm a big fan of that, and that's what I wanted to do.
Totally an homage in a way.
But he wanted to do the story of what happens after that character realizes that's going on.
Right.
Which is great.
Brilliant. And the fact that it's gone on this long, like, what could possibly happen next?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was. Oh my god. Just because the season finale of because season 2 was slow, but it was still really engaging, and then that ending was like, because for a while I was like, I don't know if I like the second season, and then that ending was like, oh my god, I love the fucking second season.
Yeah,
like,
right.
That, like, it just built into it so well.
And the second, and I can't wait to see where they go with this, because the way the second season ends, there are so many. They closed and opened so many doors in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? Who said what now? Like, what the fuck? How are they going to connect all of this? How is this possible? And Sarah keeps telling me, she's like, I think they're going to go with time travel on this. No. I'm like, dude, they go with time travel, I'm done with the show.
Yeah, no,
I'm done with the show.
They can't do any science fiction elements because they made it very grounded, and they made I'll say this, that the character Elliot deals with a mental illness.
Yeah.
And from what I've read, is the way they portray that mental illness is very close to like people that deal with that in real life, because it's a real thing.
Yeah, right.
They say it's very, very close to how they portray it. Like, this guy did his research. Like, he did it right.
And I love how he has everything down right to the fucking gram.
Yeah.
You know, like when he does drugs, like he knows if I take X amount right to this point, I won't get addicted as long as I keep doing that. Like, it's just so fucking smart.
Even that journal is brilliant, because the journal. I'm sorry, I was just gonna say it real quick. The journal is a bridge between season 1 and season 2, and it's great because anybody who watches the show knows that Elliot kind of breaks the fourth wall and talks to the audience. So in the book, he talks to you and he says, "I haven't been talking to you, so I'm writing this to you." And then it gets to a point like when it catches up to the season in that book, he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been writing in this because I'm talking to you again."
Wow.
So that's how you know, like, it caught up with the season.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You want to take a break and then just keep recording?
Yeah. So I was gonna we'll sign off of IPM Nation, and then we'll do a bonus hour
I figure a half hour.
Yeah.
Rick, where can everybody find you for IPM?
Yeah, sure. So you can find Ice in the Face at Ice and. Rob from Random Ramblings always fucking makes fun of me because I say it like that. Like Ice and the Face. It's like that.
The face.
Yeah, it's like that Howard Stern movie.
Yeah.
Iceandtheface.com. You could download us on Google Play, iTunes, obviously. You can get us directly off of Libsyn if you want, a million other places. These podcast directories, they just suck from everywhere on their own now.
From my teeth.
Yeah, from the podcasting teats. So you can check that out. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/IceInTheFace. We have a whole rewards program there that we're currently revamping again soon. We do Awesome Talk. You guys are going to be on Awesome Talk next week.
Yeah.
That's going to be our opening episode for season 8.
Cool.
Oh,
and,
awesome. Season premiere.
Yes. Yeah, so, and that's going to be great because we're showing some original footage from the Juggalo March on that episode because our sound guy's a Juggalo and he went to the march.
Oh,
and
like,
I saw that
amazing.
story, and then we saw the original story, and it just looked like it wasn't a story. Like, it just looked like they were having fun. Like, I just didn't understand.
And it usually is like that.
They were saying they were like a fucking angry mob, but
they weren't.
They were just having fun.
I never seen a group of people get such a bad rap for next to no fucking reason.
I'm like, classified as a gang now by the FBI.
Ridiculously crazy.
They were having a garbage fight from what I can tell.
90% of juggalos I've ever met are really nice.
Yeah.
They're weird. That's fine.
A little quirky.
I'm not fucking like Mr. Normal over here, dude. They're not racist. They're not sexist. They don't have any of these. They don't have any of those fucked up traits. Like, they're all like good guys, right?
The headline was like, "What, we got to talk about the story?" But then someone was reading it for like a few minutes, and I'm like, "Dude, this is."
It just seems kind of vanilla, right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the point. You know what I mean? Is they're getting classified as like this violent group of people, and you're like, looks to me like they're just having a good time. I don't really, and they're pretty honest about it too. Like, one guy's in an interview, and he was like, "This is my clown makeup. I know this is really stupid, but I love it and I have fun." And I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Hate on your ass?
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
No, that's fucking cool,
You know,
bro.
so we have that going on. So go to awesometalktv.com. I think we're at that website's actually being rebuilt. We're also on Twitter there. Our Instagram we're posting that all the time. Awesome Talk TV. We also post Ice in the Face stuff there.
Cool.
And Sarah and I also do a podcast called Life with Lyme about living with chronic Lyme disease.
Yeah.
So you can find Life with Lyme also on iTunes and check that out on Facebook at Life with Lyme Podcast.
Cool.
And thank you guys for having me on, man.
No problem, man.
I
Like
love
said,
this fucking show.
If you want to stick around, we'll do it like at least another half hour. At least.
I can stick for some of that.
Okay.
I'll
All
stick
right,
for
cool.
some of that.
Oh,
All right, so-
I don't know. Do I have to take the bus? I might have to run.
I am drinking.
Well, we might be back.
But I think there's an 11. We'll figure it out. I'll
I don't
look at
know.
the bus schedule.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Sleepy Lucas, take your pants off.
All right, so if we don't come back, we'll see you guys next week.
We'll be back.
We'll see you
Right.
guys next week. Twice we'll be on Awesome Talk, so please
Yeah.
tune into that.
And tune
on
into
Tuesday.
Home Bar Productions on YouTube for that. And it's also going to be the first time we've ever streamed directly to Facebook.
Cool.
Too. So we're trying that out to see how that works out for us.
Dude, we do great on there.
Yeah.
On the Facebook.
So it's gonna be so fucking awesome, man.
Cool,
We're gonna have a
bro.
good time.
Can't wait, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys again.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.